All right. Let's get this going. Okay, so today, I still gonna finish up this Koofy's Bizarre Adventure character. This is the concept drawing for it. Let's see. Koofy's giving me more ideas for like Pleasure City, stuff like that. Have to get the. Have to get the. Oh, hang on. Live chat so I can actually see. So I think I woke up too early. Now I'm tired at this point in the day. Boy. Ah. Also been hearing the hammering still going on. Hey Koofy, how you doing? Yeah, I saw your ideas on Pleasure City. Honestly, you had like a lot of ideas. He made another sort of implant. Octopus leg implant this time. This is all in the wrong place. Should be like down here. Something wrong with the YouTube? Oh, Plush City is only Fifth City and can take a. Can't take a like the world or the continent you're working on. Hey, hey, Coofe on Twitch. Twitch has no lag delay, so. So my Cyber Age world that I planned. Okay. Uh, so multiple of the islands of the past world conjoined together to make a medium-sized continent during the Fisher War, World War Six. We're already at 6. That's not great. Or the Unknown Ocean War. Oh. Which caused 10,000 deaths of lives during the conjoining of the island. Okay. That's. How did the continents combine? There like some special technology that did it? Ugh. After the conjunction, it left a large area of space that was taken by the USA, Japan, and Germany that managed to preserve some of the following: Brazil, Philippines, South Korea, China, and 45 others. If you want to know how the conjunction happened, Brazil? How did it get over there? Ugh. Hey, last Gogeta. Coofe is telling us about her, what was this? This is a cyber city, or cyber world, really. The condition happened during the tectonic shift of World War VI, okay, which caused multiple missiles to be launched during preparation to shield the islands, but the combined blast set the world to abnormal shift, causing normally long period of moving into a 68-year continent. Huh. So you did think of it. It's pretty interesting. Hey, El Cato. How are you? We are doing Koofy's Bizarre Adventure, so here is the... It's still the Russian Packmaster. Oh. Did what happened yesterday? I was working today. I was working on fixing a lot of stuff for AcesUndertheMoonlight. I was working on the camera for one, and making sure like the what was it? Let's see. Actually, I wrote it all down because I had to put the notes in. Uh, oh yeah, the scoring behavior, the entire end game sequence is different because like when you actually play the game and then when you excuse me, when you play the game and you like you finish the game, the instant the ball enters uh the goal, the game ends. It was very jarring for the people who were playing. Whenever I go to conventions, I can see like playtests. People are really like like they don't even know who won. Uh, it's so fast. And actually, honey, I don't even know who's won. If someone does like a mirror match, I don't even know who won because it's just over so quickly. There are 20 districts of Kintaka. We have Brockenhurst, Seeing, Macabral, Yorish, Pleasure City, Saint Fernando. You have a Lord of the Rings styles map for this? That'd be pretty cool. Combo levels closed at 269,721, so it's showed the enhanced training rate and character 7. I think fighting game crowdfunders need to specify the character or leave a poll to select the character. So that's when Indiegogo did this. Yeah, they probably should have said the character. I think like Skullgirls had like I remember several characters. I can't remember if it was Skullgirls or Indivisible. It might have been Indivisible had like a bunch of character concepts. But yeah, I remember what you were talking about. Oh, Werisich, North Peter, Josephine, Guing Top. And the rest are named. Okay. Um, it may have been both. I can't remember if the wrestler and Skullgirls or Big Band both. Oh, that's right. Beowulf, Eliza, and Big Band, I think came, and Squiggly, I think came afterwards. Inspired picks which round out the cast regardless. Yeah, I mean, Skullgirls had some of the best character design in a long time. I mean, that it's kind, especially at that time when everyone was doing like brown and bloom realism nonsense. It's a breath of fresh air. I plan this much for just be scrapped. Oh, you scrapped the whole thing? That's not. I mean, I guess yeah. You had to do what you had to do, but I'm really tired. What is chains of? Oh yeah, another thing for the game for Ace of the Moonlight. When the bonus round starts, it freezes the game for like 2 seconds, and people did not like that. They didn't understand that the game was over. They put the controllers down because they thought the game was over before it picked up again. So I just removed that whole thing. Now everything keeps going. The camera finally has some buffer to it instead of just like a lot of times it would just teleport. Skulls is very unique in terms of design and sound design appeal to slow startups with the story mode. That yeah, it was like it was just one of the all around excellent games. Like the aesthetic was unique, the sounds were great, the character designs were great. The gameplay was Marvel, so I hated it, but it was still, if you like Marvel, it was great. That was like the heartbreaker, by the way. When I learned that Skullgirls was Marvel, like everything else I loved about it, but then like they just had to make the game. They just had to take inspiration from the worst game ever, worst Capcom. We're counting on you, I say, if you don't say the Coofe lore out loud. You don't know it's really, yeah. Who is G. Joshua Coofe? Oops. Sorry. Forgot I can't remove that. But the lack of fan service for the male characters is so little. That's true. There's like only 2 guys. What was it, Big Ben and Beowulf? I think so. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Was it? It might have just been those 2 guys. Gaylord Joshua, right? That's a good guy, girl. I mean, it's called girls after all. Yeah, it's just Beowulf and Big Band. That's it. That's why you don't play games. You can't take the heartbreak at the end of being Parry Slop, Soul Slop, Breath Slop, or Marvel Slop. That's right. That's the reason. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I'm kind of interested in Tokon now because it's not. It's apparently very different, very different. But honestly, I've been planning his design, but not his story. You have been planning Joshua's story, but not his design, or just Josh. Soul Slop is the worst though, by far. If it was between any of these, Parry Slop, Soul Slop, Breath Slop, or Marvel Slop, it would be Soul Slop would be the worst. Tell your chatters on YouTube to give Twitch a shot. You know, honestly, like Twitch is much smaller than my YouTube. And Twitch is ooh, I don't really like Twitch. I don't really like Twitch at all. It's there's a lot of problems with it. G Joshua's Gaylor Joshua. Yeah, I got it. I got that. I just totally forgot what we were doing with his hand. Giving Twitch a chance is like giving war a chance. Yeah. Twitch is so like the Kingmaker system on there's not no level of discoverability on Twitch. Is what really annoys me. Like you really have to be famous somewhere else and then bring everyone to Twitch. But I know you can't like keep all your eggs in one basket, and that's a big problem. That's why I'm at least trying to multi-stream. Honestly, I want to talk about Pleasure City since it's probably the most fleshed out city I got right now. We're about to get freaky to a degree. Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, You're in the right place for it. All my character designs are pretty freaky too. I'm gonna give everyone a bit of a warning. I'm gonna take a lot more breaks this time. I'm actually pretty tired, but I might take 2 breaks this time. It isn't worth you staying up or making predictions, but Capcom Spotlight will be a banger. What is it, Capcom Spotlight? What are they doing now? If Resident Evil is finally out, they can't put it in every single one of these announcement videos. Or these directs or state of plays or all of them. Probably on the Xbox one too. Pleasure City makes most of its revenue from services, quote unquote, but usually kinks and fetishes. But the billboards are completely odd and uncomfortable, like gilfs with an old women with saggy tits. Yeah, I actually drew that. Hey, some people are into it. Okay. Is it today? Oh, it's 2 hours. I can't wait for. We can do Joshua next. I just like it's hard for me to focus right now, honestly. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Pragmata, Star Force Legacy Collection, Dual Override, and Street Fighter 6 because yeah. I do want to see what they are doing for Street Fighter 6 because Alex just came out, I think. Iron 9 is not mentioned, but they named the other games which aren't out. Okay. I'm interested in Pragmata and Street Fighter 6. I don't think I played the others. Mega Man Star Force Collection, maybe because I want to play EX again. Or EXE, sorry. Mega Man Dual Override seems like I don't know. Joshua doesn't even look like a dude or a girl, like something in between, like structure of a dude. But wow, that's interesting. That'll be interesting when I design it. If you can give me like more some specifics, because I was thinking of him like a very standard business, like a sale, like what was it, salary man, sort of like just like a suit and tie character. Pleasure City public bathrooms has all the stalls with glory holes. See, glory holes would be annoying. I feel like unless you're specifically there to do just that, like you can't use the bathroom. You know, people can just look at you. For Street Fighter 6, it feels too early to be focusing on the following DLC, so I think that'll be the weak link. Yeah, probably just be like talking about Alex or something. They've already shown so much Alex, yeah. And you're not into esports slop. Street Fighter 6 is a fun game. Street Fighter 6 is fighting game slop. Fighter slop, whatever you call it. 2D slop. I don't know what the kids are calling it these days. Driver slop is what it is. Da, 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 da. Joshua's biologically a guy, but he's kind of feminine in some ways because the only true thing about him is his past and name, but everything else unknown. You know what? Let me copy this and put it in my little notes for this character. Where is he? There you go. Joshua's a dark blue suit with a tie that has a black cats and bats as print. Goofy tie, we love it. I like that you think about the practical side of things when we give you recommendations. When I say esports slap, I mean it really likely 80% chance of Street Fighter 6 presence being half focused on tournaments I wouldn't even watch for free. That's right, you have to pay. Oh my god. Capcom Cup you have to pay for. The only good thing is if they completely reverse course. If they reverse course on that, no matter what else is in this spotlight, they've won. They've done it for me. Hey, Dark Sun, how are you? I think better players are annoyed at custom character content being added, but at least it is content that the majority of audience can appreciate. Yeah, I know the competitive community can be very selfish. Like, don't care about World Tour, don't care about the freaks, is what they call them. Joshua's 3 suits that completely changes something about him, like a default suit is blue, but a chef-inspired suit that gives him muscles and random kitchen stuff. Who is this guy? He's like some sort of alien? Also, I watched the rest of the stream. What? Oh, you watched the rest of the swimsuit stream. Capcom have first course already on the paid tournament viewings. What do they do? I'm not. And the last is a purple suit that completely hides or disguises Joshua as any person, object, anything. Okay. But seeing as you're doing the dogmancer, I'll say my thing because I think the trope is funny. What were you gonna say? I'm trying to figure out how I can like fill in this plate carrier he has. I'll have his gun here. Ammo for the AK. A different method of holding it in. And this one will have double pocket. One for his pistol. Joshua is an abnormal being that can't be explained, but his weakness is that he still follows the laws of physics to a certain degree. Okay. A certain degree. Simply everywhere, no matter if you're in space, underground, or in the afterlife. He's just there. It kind of reminds me of the G-Man from Half-Life. Don't really know what he's about. Joshua's still human, unfortunately. Okay. It's not unfortunate. We're all human. They are the straight-laced character agent dude with an earpiece holding up a sign. To clarify, this is a submission from... Oh, okay. Straight-laced... Character agent dude with an earpiece holding up a sign. Like a... Speak for yourself, IOC. You're a headshot, that's right. You are one with your profile picture. I forgot what. In every way except physical, I am a hedgehog. Joshua has trapped 200 people in a glass box in like 2 hours. Joshua has broken all animal protection laws. All of them? There's one really important one. That he probably shouldn't, the line he shouldn't cross. Joshua ate a huge chunk of mammoth meat. So let me see. Oh, I don't remember that meme. In all ways except physical, I am a wolf. Yeah, in all ways except physical. Oh, it was 2013? That's a lot more recent than I thought. I thought it was old. I thought that was like in high school I was hearing that. Excuse me. But I'll say it was hard to pick. I wanted my background character to be. Then I saw what's gonna say. Oh, okay. I see. Write this down. Joshua spent 15 hours trying to open an unlocked door that is completely normal. Joshua has bankrupted 4 cities. Joshua was the one who made the blueprints to Pearl Harbor after it was done so someone can do it again. Man, this guy gets around. Still can't open a door normally. So it's hard to pick. I wanted my background character to bonus will be a lot easier to draw than this man. Yeah, yo, the history like this with Joshua's history, like. But I am still thinking of G-Man because he's. I don't think G-Man is human. Like, I'm not that versed on Half-Life lore, but I'm pretty sure he's not human. He has a very inhuman way of speaking. Oh, oh. Okay. Joshua struggled and burned down an entire BBQ restaurant because he kept putting 901 whole pickles in the microwave. Would that burn it down? Actually, I don't know how that would work. Joshua has blue eyes, but he has a lazy eye, so he wears circle shades. He only uses when outside. Important detail. True, I don't have lore like J-Man over here, but given time, lore will be made for Majin. But yeah, yeah, the mysterious characters, people just like to make lores for them. That's why like a lot of times when you explain what's actually going on with the character, it kind of ruins it, you know? Like the strong silent type characters, like if you actually explain what's going on, they end up being like kind of generic. Joshua has canonically met the Queen of England before she died. It's good for him, you know? Joshua is just a character made for your entertainment. Well, I appreciate him. My entertainment is the most important thing. Do you know what day is it today? It is Thursday, I believe. Joshua has trapped two high schools in a cycle of physical abuse because they made fun of him for wearing a suit in summer. So this guy is incredibly specific. Is he also based on somebody? I'll save the lore for Agent. It's Jamin's time to make stuff up for him. And I agree. I'll make lore, but only surface level stuff. Never get deep lore from the Agent. You know, that's cool. It all depends on what you want. I didn't realize Joshua had so much actual lore on him. Let me see. Okay. Joshua hated the taste of dogs and bats and cats. Joshua's eaten entire AI servers, like the actual hardware. Just tasted long pork. Long pork. Okay, I'll look it up. Uh. Oh. Human flesh or like actual long pork? It is Thursday, but it's Marathon's release day, that's right. It has a kernel level anti cheat, but is going mostly positive on Steam. Oh my god, seriously? Kernel level anti cheat? What? I hate that shit. It says like long pork is a euphemism for human flesh. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about making them a well-dyed southern chick, but not too basic. It could be. I could just do both. Joshua backstory, do you remember it? Yeah, he was a. I don't remember. I have to. I wrote down everything. An unhinged, unidentified businessman named Joshua Gaylord that loves ruining every company and high corporation with moderately ease. with usually any weapon in range, and they have never been caught ever. Joshua wastes billions of dollars and loves burning down or filling up space with random shit. Successful quote unquote entrepreneur. Joshua used to have a partner named Anthony until they a slow yaoi breakup, and Joshua was left with all the brain cells and insanity. After 2 years of the brain cells struggling, it was hell for all industries and large companies, including slave traders, because Joshua would walk up to their business and proceed to destroy everything. Just tons of stuff you wrote here. Uh, Joshua thinks game key cards taste better than proper Switch 2 cards. That wouldn't be fair. Everyone gets one or no more. And don't tempt my willpower isn't that strong. Yes, that was a backstory. Yeah, I wrote it down. 6'4", 6'4" baddie that is obsessed with kids magical girls series. Idea was pretty much a banger. Oh. 'Imagine Charlie but taller and in a suit. You're halfway to Joshua. Oh, okay. Okay, man. You'll need to make a Word doc to remember all this lore. Oh boy. Actually, it's the hour mark, so I'm gonna take a break. Oh. 304. Okay. Biggest characters are your favorite? Yeah, I enjoy them too. I don't say they're my favorite, but I enjoy them. Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit, and these guys are, I think, again hammering on the roof above me specifically. So I'll be back in a bit. You have time to write your lore in the chat. Anytime I see Charlie, remember the 22 Grand song by Dig Bar. I'll check that out. I don't know that song. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty. Trying to get back to this. Oh man, okay. Cassandra and Mayonnaise fanfiction written by Red. It was an average morning for Cassandra. She was naked in a train. It's not an average morning, and she was still tired from her bad posture during her stressful moments and forced herself to get up anyways because she's no Polish girl and she got dressed up in 1 hour from taping her bra on. She moved outside 11:23 and decided to take a walk about New York due to occupied spaces on the track. She took walks, sometimes climbed to get to the rooftops, but she noticed something new. The grocery store was giving away free mayonnaise for something about their eggs expiring, so she checked it out and was getting $4 mayonnaise, and she brought it back to the tracks. She has 3 jars of mayonnaise, but she kept one for herself and went on to a more private area. She looked at the mayonnaise jar, and it looked at her. She gave 3 jars of mayonnaise to the bottom gang, but kept one for herself and went more private. She looked at Jan mayonnaise jar. She ate handfuls of mayo, scoop after scoop, until she licked the entire jar clean. It's made at 3 a.m. Yeah, that was strange. What are you gonna do with Packmaster? I'm just kind of just drawing him now. It's kind of have to like get all the details in now to draw dogs as well. I don't usually like draw dogs, so it takes me a while. Are you gonna finish? What are you gonna do with him? I'm gonna draw this. I'm just gonna draw this like sort of illustration here, um, and then yeah, just be done with them. The design is basically done, and I think that I just want to like put something here. I think I had something here. I just never knew what it was. It's like some mysterious cylinder he had over here. I don't know what it was though. Ammo box. Yeah, I can do that. I put it on one of the dogs. I didn't want to. I don't want to get the dogs in on this sort of look, but I don't know how to. These dogs are not in perspective. It's a little better. Hey, is Charlie from AcesUndertheMoonlight guy or girl? It is up to you. Ramzab Shikarno. The character's supposed to be up for interpretation. That's the official stance. Charlie is technically a femboy. Yeah, sure. I mean, again, it's up to you. I want to see what people think. Coofe left the dark side. Yeah, she's back. Do you know white people absorb more sunlight? So they do. So when cold and weather is covering uh, sun, white people are lasting. I don't know. They absorb more sunlight. I thought they absorb less. Not that I would know. I miss my bomb characters. Cocky saboteur. Did I write that down? Not wrote it down. I don't think I did. Is it hard to create combos in fighting games? Yeah. It's more hard to make sure you don't have like infinites and stuff. That was a hard thing for the platform fighter that I'm still dealing with. Like I have to make sure that you can't just like loop anything, because that was a problem. You could loop a few things. Oh yeah, game developer or a player. That's right. As a game developer, very hard because you have to make sure there's no infinites. As a player, it kind of just takes time, honestly. Time, experimentation, labbing. The implants, like to measure all these variations, how much damage. Yeah, very hard. If you take into account like damage and stuff, it can actually feel kind of limiting. Because like you want to let people do whatever you want, but then it quickly can like devolve into just everyone will just do infinites if you leave it too open. I can imagine that depends on the type of fighting game, but balancing scaling and other things is probably a pain. Yeah, and it actually gets worse because I also have stale moves, and stale moves can change the nature of things like it's not as big a problem in Melee, but in Brawl it was a big problem because the scaling became so powerful. Um if you spammed it, normally scaling like staling is done so you don't use the same move over and over again, so it gets weaker. The problem was that in Brawl it would stale so quickly that if you just spammed an attack, it would combo into itself. It would just become so weak that you could just keep comboing into itself. Like Fox's up tilt was like that. It could do like 0 to 50 on some characters because it staled so fast. It wouldn't launch anyone away. Having that many variables is just difficult to deal with. Uh, what's what else was there with combos? I guess the biggest thing with combos is that you want to determine what kind of game you want to make. Like, do you want like a crazy combo game? Because then you have stuff like Rushdown Revolt, which was designed for like expansive combos, and it does a pretty good job of it. It is expansive, but it is a combo game. I in general don't really care that much about combos, so I'm fine with them being more limited. What do you think from a player side ends up working and what doesn't? Hey. Um, I think it really depends. The game I play, most either have short combos, incentives to make them shorter, or very environments, burst items, more players, and round stocks are shorter. I think Combo Devils has that actually because you cancel into whatever. The longer your combo, the less your hits done, or the less you launch them. As far as making them, I like them to be varied but have interesting restrictions which keep you active. Yeah, same. I like there to be a balance. I just don't really think. I just don't like them being like the focus. Once it's the focus, like a lot of the other stuff becomes kind of yeah, it's a little boring for me. Let me see. Not to make a not AK. Weirdly, I don't draw guns that much, which is weird. I think that'd be like concept art 101. Doing work, but I just had to pop in and say keep up the work, man. Thank you, PQTV. Thank you for showing up while at work. I appreciate that. Yeah, just we're getting everything going. Don't know what's on his back though. Oh, hey, Dark Sun. Ugh. Now the obscure lore for my main man agent. His full name is redacted. It'd be funny if his actual name was just redacted. No, don't worry about it. Uh, Rivals 2 has a new character. Some shark. I need another gun to put on, like his back. He has a gun on his back. I don't know what it could be. Maybe like hmm. Legally, he can't say a lot of things. Just go with it. And when he says, "If I tell you, I'll have to kill," he will. Big reason he is. Now the big reason the secret agent is here is he likes to watch. Hmm. You could take that as a very sinister or just innocent. Just randomly likes to watch people fight. Legitimately nothing more to it. Oh, okay. So it's very innocent. Just enjoys it. He's on break. Yeah. I did want to put a lot more animation detail into background characters. I feel like that's kind of a lost art um nowadays. Even though we have 3D, so like he can like the agent can come in and then if the game is going on too long, he looks at his watch and he just like walks off. That could be interesting. Let's look up those Great Danes. I don't know which way they want to go with it. Want to be very like sinister dogs or like very angry dogs or like That looks scary. It's demonic, actually. I guess that's good. I imagine him to look like Albert Wesker. Sure. Like Agent Smith as well. From the Matrix. Great Danes have gigantic necks. They're like horses, but dogs. There's giants in every way, I guess. It's a weird angle to draw a Great Dane as well. Weird angle to draw a dog in general. I had 2 agents with this glue, yep. The joke part is he doesn't speak, just holds up signs with the most random stuff, or in support of the player who they choose. That'd be interesting. It's a lot of like animation detail. A good reference of a dog. Like for instance, go Goldilocks, or have it at, or have added Blue Hazard. Oh, okay, okay, go Goldilocks. Okay, yeah, I get it. Sorry, I just read that weird. That was my fault. Hmm. Mm. Doesn't make much sense. He should be much taller. I have to redraw this whole thing. Where you proportion this character. So yeah, I shouldn't be moving the sign or checking his watch, then probably leaving if it drags on too long. Yeah. You also have to consider like what how many animations you can have in the background. Like complex animations like that. This is like a couple ways you have to deal with it. You probably shouldn't put it front and center because the fighters are front and center. Might be distracting. A lot of little things. You should be like up here. Like he's like really tall. Not like these tiny dogs are like just absolutely gigantic horses. I'm thinking like 10 or 12 very minimalist characters. I don't know, it could be like crowds. I don't think if you like look at old SNK games, they have entire crowds of people. They just group them together and have them like do the same thing basically. They cheer at the same time, etc. Yeah, I'm gonna take another break. Oh, tired. Be back at 4:03. Yeah, I'll be back though. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. I really need some good reference of a dog. That's a good one. It's like they're weirdly like thin. That's a weird thing about Great Danes. Like I'm trying to draw like this giant muscle dog, and these like they're these really thin dogs. I guess for like video gamey stuff, it should be bigger. But yeah, Capcom and SNK crowds were, especially early on, were really special. SNK, KOF. It's just fighting game stages for a while have been kind of weaker. I don't know. I feel they were better. They're more interesting back in the day. I don't know how to put it. They had more of a vibe, basically. Did I miss something about the background characters? No, I was just coming back to talk about them. It's just that when you look them up online, a lot of them don't have the it's just the stages. They don't have any animations on them. It's like a clean background. I'm trying to look for the actual like full backgrounds with the characters and stuff. And how I didn't like the newer stages these days. They don't have like the same feel, don't have the same vibe. If I could say, I'm disappointed in the backgrounds from Say the Wolves, even if it's obviously a background element. No SNK games even had stage intros to set the tone for the fight. Yeah, I remember those. I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's like the what they chose to where they chose to set the stages. Maybe 3D just doesn't seem to have like the charm of 2D. Maybe that's it. I don't know. It's not blindfold. It's just I'm like it's a placeholder. So I can like actually put things in it when the time is when it's ready. Oh. Could be a blindfold seeing eye dogs. Yeah. Well, that would be something they could do because it's a post apocalypse. So maybe he just needs dogs to help him out. Including this weird chihuahua. This looks like a demon. Even though Great Danes are just regular dogs. How are you doing, hi honey? Oh, you're drawn too. That's good. Hi. What are you drawing? You also drawing dogs? No, but I have stickers of honey if you want them that I drew. Yeah, I'll take them. You also made stickers. That's cute. I was watching Anu play RE9 last night. Leon looks old and Japanese. Yeah, he looks really old now. Like, he looks like his face is falling apart. I didn't really like it. Like, he's supposed to only be like 50. It's like, not that old, man. It's a bit, face is falling apart. Like, every time I look at him, it's like something. Like, he's got pieces missing. People, like, still like how he looks. Women seem to really like how he looks. Aren't you grandpa too? I am not. I am a mere the ripe age of 34. Leon is apparently like 90. The man got eaten apart many times canonically, yeah. Chainsaws flung at him, yep. Injected substances several times. But apparently, like, this is what their female audience, like their female staff wanted. They asked him. I think they have had to hit a balancing arc of aging him without aging him, but Aryan actually made a difference. Yeah, they went full send on that one. Maybe a little too far. They preserve his personality, but yeah, he does seem pretty silly still. By coincidence, I'm fighting a demon dog in a game right now. DMC? Can't remember which game you were playing. I think you told me. I just feel like Leon had like brings the silliness that's really important to Resident Evil to me, even though I don't really play the games. So I guess I'm basically a tourist. So he walked into a brand new outbreak with 20 zombies and then chainsaw thrown at him. It was like, let me guess, you must be the tap lumberjack. Still saying, yeah, he is. He's great. He's the action hero. Him and Chris Redfield. Not as bad as Bingo Night so far. Sadler, you're small time. That was my favorite. You so rarely see these dogs angry. Me. Does he even say lines like that in RE6 or is RE5 remake taking over his personality? Actually, I'm not sure about what happens in RE6. But RE6 is like I heard it was it was just crazy action movie the whole time. Oh, you were playing a DMC. I figured. I think you talked about it recently. You were playing it. Is it two Great Danes next to him? What's the dog at the bottom? Okay, so there is two Great Danes. There's a wolf dog. And there's a Chihuahua right here in his little bag. It might be a little too small, but I don't know. It could also be funny that it's so small. I played RE6 for a total 10 minutes and quit. I think it's weird. I think it's like very it's not well reviewed, but it's the highest selling Resident Evil at the time. I'll be specific, it was DMC game with a bloody palace, literally any DMC but the first one. I feel like Resident Evil to me wolf dog. Oh, Honey was a wolf dog? Huh. I didn't actually, not that I would know. I don't know what a wolf dog looks like. I don't know why I'm acting surprised like I knew. Oh. Oh, she wasn't. But she had a high wolfiness score because she was a street dog island. I think wolf dogs are banned to own. Oh, didn't know that. I thought a wolf dog was like a husky. But it's a different type of dog. RE6 was the fastest selling RE. I think RE Remake 2 or 8. Probably did very well short span time. RE9 selling 5 million in like a week has to be the fastest in a short period. Yeah, I mean, I guess what. I guess like having Leon back was probably a big boost. No, but Huskies look similar, yeah. I'm probably gonna end a little early. These people doing construction are driving me crazy. I feel disappointed with RE9 so far. Oh man. But we just got past the first part. I guess with what was it, Claire? Is that her name? Okay, Grace, not Claire. If the first part is great, yeah, I don't like Resident Evil when it's being survival horror. That's for sure. Fortunately, we can't hear the construction this time, but sorry, I'm having a good time with the noise. Yeah. I think it's almost too similar to past games. Yeah, I think the RE7, RE8, I think it's supposed to be like a mix because Grace is like in first person and you move slowly, and that's what RE7, RE8 was, and then Leon is like the bombastic ridiculousness. So it looks like. I think that's the idea. Chris wishes Claire was in this game. I heard Grace is the most vulnerable protagonist in RE history. Yeah, she doesn't seem like a because everyone else was in the military, right? I guess except Jill. No, Jill was part of the not the military, the police force, whatever. I don't think Grace is. Like, I just watched Anu try to dodge around a tall, scary, looming character for like 30 minutes now. It's 2 times already. There's also that. That's also in a Resident Evil 2, Mr. X. If nothing else, I like the third person is optional all the way. Yeah. Her sprint is just walking. So yeah, I think like the chainsaw dude was a little more interesting for a stalker. The only RE2, RE9, then RE8, you had to dodge that death. Oh yeah, you also have to dodge the giant vampire woman. It felt just like when I played RE8. Like they're remaking, they're redoing too many things. The only playable long-term protagonist without military training is probably Grace. I'm not counting solving puzzles with Ashley, which yeah, that's true. RE7 was the dad dodging game. Oh yeah, oh that's right. That is what RE7 was. You had to dodge everybody. You had to dodge your wife as well. RE8 had the Vampire Lady, right? RE2, RE8, and then RE7. Yeah. Even Ethan Winters got some military training between RE7 and RE8. Oh, that's right. Chris is in RE8, but he's not the main guy. It's another person's the main character. RE3 also had the OG. Oh, that's right. Even if Nemi got hit by a nerf that RE3 make. That's right. Necro. No, what's the name? His name wasn't Necros. Nemesis. That was it. You can't come with some sort of mandate to have one of the major big names be playable in future REs. Wesker when? It make Wesker like 10 feet tall next time. More like Krauser when. Bring Krauser back. He was a great enemy. RE5 still had Chris, yeah. Jill, videos, yeah. RE6 almost had everyone. RE7 had Chris. No, I don't know. RE7 had anyone. RE8 had Chris. RE9 had Leon. Yeah, that might be like Capcom's thing now because they talked about with Street Fighter, but they'll have the new characters, but they'll still put the old characters in as like they won't make that mistake again with Street Fighter 3. So the new generation, the old generation will be with the new generation, and it'll be a cleaner transfer, I guess. Might be just a general Capcom idea. We do need more Wesker in this world. I was going to say him, but only remember him as the knife guy and couldn't remember the name. I love Krauser. He was such a random enemy. And it really fit like that part of Resident Evil 4 because it was going from like horror into campy, but then to horror. But then at the end, it was like this: you went to a military base and things just started exploding. Even though the red generators are there, it still got like really campy and over the top. And he was the perfect enemy for it. Played at the end of RE7C, not Chris. They changed his design so much and added Umbrella that people thought it was fake at the time. Krauser reminds me of Street Fighter character with the camp. Yeah, yeah, he does fit like the whole like over exaggerated military guy. Zero brother, right? He's kind of got a mix with M Bison or Rolento. These giant jowls, these dogs. I had the RE4 DLC, but actually I don't think I played any of the other DLCs. Have I ever played the DLC for RE4? I don't think so. If you don't play any game DLCs, I think, yeah. Sometimes Mass Effect DLC. I think the DLC I played was only fighting game DLCs, and that's the characters. I don't know if I played like expansions. Oh no, I played the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. That was the one that was overpriced, but I did play it. I played DLC. Let me see if I got the. Oh, yeah. Wait. I don't think I ever played the remake though. Wait, was it the original? Because I've only ever played the GameCube. I don't think I played actually separate ways. Wait, am I getting this confused? Yeah, I think I think you're thinking of the remake. I played Mercenaries a lot. Did you like Kingdom Hearts 3 or did Remind make it good for you? Kingdom Hearts 3 was okay. It was not the story fell apart at the end. It did feel rushed, which is really sad because this is what we've been waiting for 13 years. Reem and the DLC did try to fix it, but the big problem with Kingdom Hearts 3 was that it was telling like they made Birth by Sleep and like these are the protagonists of Kingdom Hearts 3. That's the story is about these three characters. This is the ending of their story, but it's told through Sora's told through Sora, and he really has nothing to do with the story. It becomes really apparent. Like he has very little to do with this story, but for some reason we're playing as him, and that really messes up this. That's why the Remind DLC actually makes you play as the other characters, which is what you were supposed to be doing the whole time. Kingdom Hearts 3 was the ending to Birth by Sleep and was it 112 over 2 days, and to Roxas's story, and the end to of Terra Ventus Aqua story. Yeah, remake equals pay DLC OG unlocking by beating the game gameplay. Let's see. RE4 modes. More specific, RE4 GameCube did not have separate ways, but yeah, all ports of the OG had that shit for free. I still haven't played the Wii version because I really like motion controls, and I should try it at least. I think his head's too small. He might be that's what's throwing me off a little bit. His head's a little too small. I was disappointed by my Game of the Year Smash 2 degree, but the more I look back, I'm lucky I'm not KH. Yeah, and now they're making KH4. Maybe they'll do something. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 2 was perfect. What is it? One of the perfect games. Our RE5 Move version is legit. Yeah, RE5 Wii is really good. There's a Move version for the RE5. That's hilarious. Snarl. Give me where's the dog? Real angry dog. Another 13 years to drop the ball. Yeah, they really did. Dropping the ball is the best way to put it. Not sticking the landing. I'm considering getting PS Move, but need more incentive. I'm some way from going PSVR Oculus, but Vita is tempting. I just don't know any. There's like just not that many games in a VR in general. There's like maybe two, Half-Life Alex and one other one that I've forgotten. Oh. Okay. More anatomy problems with dogs that I just have a lot of trouble with. Seem to have a lot of trouble with anyway. VR is more of a value add for some games I have. I can see that. Or D software. Yeah. Of course, I can only name two fighting games I want to play with at VR support, so it isn't going to be good for all genres. Oh, what are two fighting games? VR support. I just remember there's a Wii, like the Wii Sword game. Remember that? Smash Ult having VR and Tekken 7. I don't. Smash Ult has VR? Like for real? Or like a mod? Oh my god, it is. Nintendo Labo. Oh, seriously? I did not know. I did not remember this at all. Get educated. Sakurai and Harada are mad lads. Tekken set like so. It looks like you can only spectate in Smash Ult. Oh, it looks like you can play it. So weird. I think it's more of a value detract, but it's funny to know. There's a menu for it and everything. I want to see Tekken VR. I did not like. Is it like actually fighting? Uh. Oh yeah, I thought you were playing first person. Yeah, what's the point without playing in first person? Yeah. I think it's more of value. Even spectate in some cases if you want another way to record things. Tekken 2 also has first person option. Did it? My god. Tekken Tag 2 or Tekken 2 itself? I guess sort of, yeah. Don't know how you space with this. That's so weird. Tekken 2 is the real go if you want epic fighting games. Yeah, I see the actual Tekken 2. It's that was weird. I don't know how that like you can't space it at all. You just can't see anything. You can't even see your feet. As a researcher, you can believe I've made notes on a lot of niche modes. Yeah, I've never seen that though. I've only seen like the sort of third person like over the shoulder Street Fighter 3DS one where you can change the mode and then have the 3D effect come in. Also terrible for spacing, but I do remember that. Okay, but I think that's enough for today. Oh, I will. we will. I was a little tired today. I should wake up at normal times, so I'm not tired by the time we get here. But yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. We'll tell you about Capcom's presentation next week. Yeah, I'll watch it. But yeah, we'll talk about it next week. A new video coming out tomorrow. Should all be done. And yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. Sorry I was a little sleepy. See ya.